Welcome everyone to Combat Wrestling Trivia. I'm sorry about the delay. My bad. Welcome in, JPO. He says I have 10 minutes to start this. Whatever, JPO. I trust you'll do the right thing. I'm sorry. My bad. But we have an exciting title match today. This is our last match before we start the Clash of the Combatants Volume 3. But we have to see who will enter that round robin tournament as the CWT champion. And introducing first, he is the CWT Rumble winner. He is the number one contender for the CWT Championship. It's the king of wrestling media in Florida and expanding to the rest of America, maybe beyond. It's Steve Mesa. Steve, how you doing?
All right, so I think I'm doing great, but there's a mix of anxiety, excitement, just a whole bunch of emotions. It's like at this point, I'm kind of like wanting to, like, I feel like the Rumble was so fucking long time ago. It's like it feels like it was I won it at the before times before the world went to shit. But like that's how I feel like at least where my mind was at when I won the Rumble and where I'm at now. But again, I mentioned in my post earlier, I think probably maybe one of the toughest opponents Paul has ever faced in CWT. We tied. He beat me, so I'm trying to see if I can get 1-1-1 here in CWT. So, but I know I got a mountain to climb, and that mountain is the current CWT World Champion.
Absolutely. So we're going to have to find out how you can do. Michael Turner says, I'm unavailable 9. No questions, or no intro, straight to questions. So, Paul, you keep your briefs anyway. Paul, you're the CWT, two-time CWT champion. And Paul, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Steve never beat me 1-on-1, so I don't plan to have that change tonight. So ready to take my title into the flesh. And
Well, we're going to have to find out what's going to happen. We have 5 rounds, plus a final round, of trivia action. And we're going to start. And this actually will be the last time we're going to be using the old final round. There will be a new final round. Pretty much the same, but changing for the Clash. But this will be the last time with an old final round. So, guys, we're going to start with round number 1. And that works like this. 4 questions worth 1 point each. 2 questions each based on first round strength given by both combatants. 1 final question with 4 possible answers in 1 random category. 1 point per correct answer. 8 total points available in round number 1. We're going to start with Steve's strengths. And you chose Manami Toyota's WWWA World Championship run. So, if you guys want to click over to your private chat, I will be posting those in the chat as well as people on the screen. JPO tells me to say it faster. But your first question is, how many times did Manami Toyota hold the WWA World Single Championship? JPO says, is Steve just making shit up? All right. Well, you guys write down your answers for that. It is time to bet your loonies. No, I don't want to unban people. I need to bet loonies, guys. All right. So who is going to win this match? Will it be Paul? Will it be Steve? You can go ahead and bet those loonies right below the chat right now as we go to answers. Paul, what do you got?
I hope I read this right on Wikipedia just now. I said 4.
And Steve?
4.
4 is your correct answer. So we move on to your second question. And your second question is, who did Manami Toyota defeat to win her first WWA's World Single Championship? Did you study this one, Paul, the last 5 minutes?
No. I didn't have time.
Oh, so no answer from you?
No.
All right, well, Steve was quick on that one. Steve, what do you got?
Aja Kong.
Aja Kong is the correct answer. Move on to Impact Wrestling / TNA. He said the whole thing, so we're doing the whole fucking thing. Your first question in Impact Wrestling is, who did Jordan Grace last eliminate to win the Collier Shot Gauntlet of Bound for Glory 2023? As JPO says, she wrestled for World Wrestling All-Stars with Lex Luger and Jarrett. Whatever you say, JPO. Whatever you say, buddy. All right. Looks like you guys are both in. Paul, what do you got?
Bully Ray.
Steve.
Bully Ray.
Bully Ray is the correct answer. Great question for last October. Real far reach. Yeah, okay, it happens, JPO. Once it happens, it's trivia. Get over it. All right, next question in TNA. And that question is, what was the first year in which Bound for Glory did not have a former WCW champion in the main event? Over a year. As Turner says, Manami Toyota did wrestle in Chikara. Oh, there you go.
She wrestled Claudio Castagnoli.
Oh, damn. That's pretty good. Is this Bound for Glory trivia? It is if I say it is. I don't think you want to challenge Michael Turner to Chikara trivia, JPO. Are you crazy?
No, wait.
Oh, God. Where it hurts. That is a verbal contract, Turner. I fucking agree. Paul, do you have an answer locked?
Yeah.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
2015.
Paul,
The 2012.
correct answer is 2012. Paul tying up the game. 2012 was Austin Aries versus Jeff Hardy. Every match before that either had Sting, Kurt Angle, or Jeff Jarrett.
I was like, wait. Okay.
Matty Law says, with Dude out of CWT, real cock and ball at top heel. Welcome in, Matty Laws. Yeah, fuck Dude. He's gone forever because I eliminated his bitch ass. Challenge Aries had a great WCW run. Good try, JPO. All right, your question for 4 points comes in the category of WrestleMania. And that question is, who are the 4 wrestlers that were eliminated from the WrestleMania 4 WWF Championship Tournament during the quarterfinals? So there was 4 wrestlers eliminated in the quarterfinals. Who were they? Currently have a score of 3-3 going into the 4-point question. Dude is not my best friend. Dude, if you watch our latest match, you don't watch the content, JPO. If you watch the latest match on CWT, you can find out what happened to Dude. He is gone forever. Currently have 383 loonies on Paul, 540 on Steve.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's tight.
Hold on. I think maybe.
You refuse to play till Dude gets brought back. It's not happening. He's not coming back. He's gone. He died on his way back to his home planet.
Hey, wait. Can I get a clarification? Is the quarterfinals, was that the first set of matches, or am I thinking?
Oh, it'd be the final 8.
The final 8. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the round of 8.
The round of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah,
I
those
need
finals, semifinals, quarterfinals, then like first round.
So this is after the first round.
After the first round. Yep.
Okay.
I will let you know that.
All right. I need it. Yeah.
Not change my answer.
I'm going to change my answer.
All right. Paul, what do you got?
He's a body guy.
Jim Duggan, Butch Reed, Hogan, and Andre.
All right. And Steve.
I went One Man Gang, Butch Reed, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Tito Santana.
All right. So, the correct answers are Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Greg Valentine, and Don Morocco.
Damn.
So, yeah, that was the round where Hogan and Andre, double DQ, One-Man Gang had a bye, and then, Don Morocco and Greg Valentine were eliminated. So there was 7 people. One guy went through a bye, but 2 people were eliminated. There were still 4. So, Paul, that'll bring you up to 5. Steve, that keeps you at 3. But it is time for round number 2. And it is our strength round. You will no longer need your whiteboard until we get to the round number 4. Unless you want to keep track, you can do that too. That's always fun. Yeah. All right. So, Steve, we're going to start with yours in round number 2 because it works like this. 4 questions for each player based on second string provided for the match. Each correct answer will award 1 point. There's no steals. 4 total points available in round number 2. So, Steve, you chose Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT. Steve, your first question is: at which takeover did Shinsuke Nakamura lose the NXT Championship to Samoa Joe?
Toronto.
Toronto is the correct answer, specifically the first one. But your next question: who did Shinsuke Nakamura defeat in his one-night return to NXT on the October 10th, 2022 episode of NXT?
Channing Lorenzo.
Channing Lorenzo is correct. Would have also just accepted stacks. Next question: how many televised defenses of the NXT Championship did Shinsuke Nakamura have after winning the NXT Championship for the first time during that reign? So just during his first reign, how many times did he defend it successfully on television?
His first reign?
Yeah.
0.
0 is correct. Thought I might have clipped you up there, but even looking at that, between his 2 reigns, only had 1 defense on television.
Yep.
All right, and your final question: which current New Japan wrestler was the last person Shinsuke defeated on weekly NXT television before being called to the main roster in 2017?
TJ Perkins.
TJ Perkins is correct, giving you a clean sweep of the round. That brings you, Steve, up to 7. Now, Paul, we're going to go over to you. And you chose WCW during the Nitro era. So, WCW questions that start after Nitro began. I don't have anything to drink, Matty Laws. I'm sorry, I can't do your thing. What do you mean I'm in the negative? Get out of here. All right. Paul, your first question is: who was the first wrestler to win the WCW Cruiserweight Championship on an episode of Nitro? I'll get a drink in a second, guys. I'm sorry.
Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio is correct. Yep, Rey Mysterio Jr. All the same thing. Your next question: in which 2000 pay-per-view did the famous Judy Bagwell and a forklift match take place?
New Blood Rising.
New Blood Rising is correct. Next question: Goldberg defeated Sid Vicious in which type of match at WCW Mayhem 1999?
I'm just too confused. Which one was it?
$1,000, JPO. 1,000.
First Blood?
That is incorrect. I believe that was the other one, but this one was a I Quit match.
Yeah.
All right, so Paul, your final question. What was the final score for the WCW versus New Japan Pro Wrestling matches at Starrcade 1995?
Oh, I could think of how many matches there were.
You're close, Turner.
I want to say 5-3.
For which company?
WCW.
That is incorrect. It was 4-3 for WCW. 4-3 for WCW. So that means you got 2 points, which are going to means we're now the game is once again tied as we go into the battle zone. The battle
happens.
zone works like this. One question with at least 10 possible answers will be asked. The player with the lowest score will start and they have 5 guesses each. Each correct answer was worth 1 point. 5 total points available per player. And today, your turner, don't get too excited because today the question comes in the category of ECW. And your question in ECW is: who are 10 of the last 11 wrestlers to main event an original ECW pay-per-view? So think about that for a second. I'm going to get a drink. I'll be right back. All right. So here's your hydrate, Maddie. All right. Paul, we're going to start with you. What do you have?
Rhino.
Rhino. Steve. Other hydrate.
Just incredible.
Paul.
Sandman.
Steve.
Steve Carino.
JPO says, while you were gone, cast, they both cheated. Double DQ. Oh, jeez. Paul, what do you got?
Tommy Dreamer.
Steve.
What did Paul say? I'm sorry.
He said Rhino, Sandman,
Tommy
and
Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer.
Okay. Mike Awesome.
Okay. Paul.
Rob Van Dam.
Steve.
Jerry Lynn.
Paul, your final one.
For some reason, he's sticking out my head. That he may have had some pay-per-view. 2000. But I'm just gonna go with Sabu.
Sabu. And Steve finishes off.
Masato Tanaka.
All right. So, your correct answers in reverse chronological order: Jerry Lynn, Rob Van Dam, Steve Carino, Just Incredible, The Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, Lance Storm, Rhino, Super Crazy, Mike Awesome, and Spike Dudley. You both got 4, which means we will be continuing on with a tie game, but this time it's 11 to 11. Scores keep
Not
continuing.
bad, not bad, not bad.
Wow,
Good job
for
there,
some-
guys. All right. What is Jordan messaging in our group chat? Is he yelling at me? Oh, he's actually sending the link. Get out of here. Get out of here, JPO. Get out of here. All right. So we're gonna go on to the next round, and that is the streak. Which means it'll be 5 questions. Let me bring up the rules. Where are they at? Streak rules. 5 questions in random categories will be asked for each player to answer. Each player can only unlock the next question if they answer correctly. If they are incorrect, the round will end. 5 total points available in this round. So you'll need your whiteboards once again. You guys are good to go. And the streak round will start with the question in the category of All Elite Wrestling. Your question is: who is one of the 2 wrestlers that have competed in the most AEW pay-per-view matches all time with 25? There's 2 answers. They both have 25. Only need 1. Workhorse after the streak. At least that's how I wrote it, but it doesn't really matter what order it is. Welcome in, by the way, JB3.
Yeah, I know this one.
Another hydrate from Maddie. Appreciate you, Matty Laws. All right, you both are locked in. Paul, what do you got?
Darby Allen.
And Steve.
MJF.
Well, we have the old dirty sweep, and the streak round comes to an end early. You could have either said Matt or Nick Jackson.
Man.
Ah, man.
Yes, Matt or Nick Jackson. So, might be a quicker one here. There you go, JPO. You're welcome. But, yes, so we will continue. The streak round is over early, but is still 11-11 as we begin the workhorse round now. And the workhorse round works like this. 5 questions, random categories will be asked for each player to answer. Each correct answer is worth 1 point, and every wrong answer causes the player to lose a point. 5 total points available, whether it be the positive or the negative. And now your first question will come in the category of the WWE. Your first question in the workhorse round is: which tag team won a number 1 contenders match for the WWE Tag Team Championships in the opening match of Payback 2016 by technical knockout? Alright, looks like you are both in. Steve, what do you got?
He's a body guy.
Vaudevillains.
And Paul.
Think of that. Harper and Rowan.
Yes, it was the Vaudevillains. They pretty much knocked out Enzo Amore on the rope, and he just got knocked out. It happens.
Back into the left. Back to the left.
So, Paul, that puts you down to 10. Steve up to 12 as we go into question number 2. And this one is also in the category of All Elite Wrestling. And your question is: what was the only championship to change hands at AEW Forbidden Door 2023? Looks like you are both in. Steve, what do you got?
IWGP United States title.
And Paul?
Is that all Atlantic?
It is the IWGP US title. So, Paul, that brings you down to 9. Steve up to 13. So, Paul up to 9. Steve, bottoms to 13. All right, next question. It's in the category of Ring of Honor. Your question is: since Tony Khan purchased Ring of Honor, how many pay-per-views have they produced each year? So I need to know how many they produced in a year since Tony Khan took over. It's been the same both years. A year since Tony Khan took over. It's been the same both years. Maddie's spamming the Bullet Club messages for Steve.
Oh.
All right. Paul, what do you got?
I'm not adding one. I said 4.
Steve?
3.
3 is the correct answer. Paul, you did add one. It was Death Before Dishonor, Final Battle, and Super Card of Honor, I want to say.
Yeah.
All right. So, still 2 more questions in the workhorse round. Still plenty of time to swing. And as our next question comes in the category of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Your question is: what is the only year in which Kazuchika Okada was not in the main event of Wrestling Dontaku? Steve, what do you got?
I put down 2020. Very, very good year.
And Paul,
For 2021.
correct answer is 2021.
Nice. Good one.
So closing the gap. So Paul, that brings you up to 9. Steve back down to 13. Closing the gap a little bit. So you go into your final question in the workhorse round, and it comes in the category of NWA TNA.
Oh, God.
And your question is, who was the last wrestler to win the TNA X Division Championship on an NWA TNN weekly pay-per-view event? So the weekly pay-per-views, they ended after they started going to monthly. But who was the last wrestler to win the X Division Championship on a weekly pay-per-view? Appreciate your Matty Laws. All right. Looks like you're both in. Steve, what do you got?
I said Petey Williams.
And Paul.
Sounds right. That's the Michael Shane.
The correct answer is Petey Williams. He won it in a gauntlet for the gold match, I believe in August of 2004. So that'll bring us right up to where we were at again. So
Wow,
eight for Paul, 14 for Steve as we go into that final round. The final round. Well, it works. Like this. 3 points per correct answer. Starting the lowest score, each player will choose to number between 1 and 20. Each player will answer their own questions. They take the lead. If one player's out of question, not the lead, the game is over. If one player runs out of question for the leader, answers any of theirs, a knockout is declared. If there is a tie for both players to answer 3 questions, sudden death overtime will occur. Overtime ends when one player is correct and one is wrong. And we currently could have a tie today as we have a 6-point swing. So before you begin, Paul, how many times we shuffle in that final round?
1.
Boom. 1 it is. Paul, your 3 numbers between 1 and 20.
13, 8, and 20.
Okay. And Steve?
Is it 13, 8, and 20?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 6, 1, 9.
All right. Strategy that a lot of people use, but we'll see if it pays off. Paul? Your first question comes in the category of AEW. Paul, your question in AEW is: John Moxley defeated which wrestler in the main event of the Quake by the Lake special episode of Dynamite? This is for you, JPO.
What? Oh, man. Orange Cassidy.
That is unfortunately incorrect. It was Chris Jericho. So, move on to your second question, which is, in which year? And your question is, what was the final year in which the pay-per-view name Vengeance was used for the main roster WWE pay-per-view event?
Uh, I want to say 2007.
So the last year that this happened, you might remember it. Big Show and Mark Henry broke the ring, and then Del Rio and John Cena had a last man standing match in a broken ring, which was 2011, which means the winner of this match and the new CWT Pro Wrestling Trivia Champion, the CWT Rumble winner has moved on. You have won the championship. You will head into the Clash of the Combatants.
Oh my God.
As the CWT champion, Steve, you have done it. You're the first person to win both titles in the new CWT. Congratulations. Steve, your thoughts on this? You won by knockout technically. You'll gain 4 points for the Pulling Club, which, will help you maybe in the standings going into the Clash and for Faction Wars. But Steve, your thoughts? Say what you got to say. Floor is yours.
Dude, my heart is racing a minute, bro. Like, you can, like, if I literally had some headphones and I put my heart next to it, it's racing like a beat a minute. Listen, Paul, listen, there's literally no shame. You are literally one of the toughest people I've ever faced. And second time's a charm, I guess. Third time's a charm, I guess. But yeah, man, I'm great. I honestly, I kind of didn't really expect to be Paul, to be honest with you. This week's kind of been real shitty, and this has been the great cap to end the work week for me. So to win the CWT World Championship and to become the first person to hold a Twitch title and world title, I mean, my name's in the CWT history books, and I'm just now I got the title. Unlike Stone Cold in 1998 Royal Rumble, I got a target on my back, and everybody's aiming to throw Stone Cold or good old Stone Cold Steve Mesa over the top rope.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible going into the Clash, because if anyone beats you in the Clash, they will get a title match before we go to Prestige. Who knows? Paul, you might win the Clash, go back-to-back, and challenge Steve once again. It could happen, but Paul, you're still a two-time champion. Hopefully you try to make it 3 in the future. But Paul, your thoughts and anything else you want to say, because JPO is yelling at us.
Yeah, Steve, congratulations. You deserve it. I suck with AEW trivia, so yeah. I should have pulled out the Young Bucks question earlier. I thought of it too, but Steve deserves it. It was the 4th time was a charm, because this our 4th one-on-one match going to the other leagues. But yeah.
Well, I'm counting CWT third. So we played third time. The other time, I mean, not to question the other show. It's just like JPO and respect to JPO, but I try to centralize the records into CWT, and actually I have a much better record here than I do in Wrestling with Trivia.
That's because I still play there.
That's also true.
Right. But yeah, congratulations, Steve. You are the new champion. But yes, go over to Wrestling with Trivia on YouTube on Pierce Wrestling. You can find us. Me and Paul are going to be over there playing. It's going to be a great time. Thank you all for watching. Congratulations to those people who got their loonies, all that fun stuff. We will see you for the Clash of the Combatants Volume 3. Also, I banned Dude's ass from this league because I whooped that ass. And I am not drunk, Dave. I am not drunk. I kicked Dude's ass out of this league, so we're replacing Dude as the 20th member of the Clash of the Combatants. Is our good friend, our good Papa West is joining the Clash. We love Papa West here. So Papa West will join the Clash. Thank you all for watching. We will see you for the Clash of Combatants Volume 3. I might have something else planned between there. I'll let you guys know. I'll update that and all that fun stuff. But the Clash will probably start either next week or the week after. And yeah, we'll get that going. Thank you all for watching. Join us over on Wrestling with Trivia, Pierce Wrestling, on YouTube. We're going to be live there in probably just a few minutes. JP is probably going to get mad at me. Thank you to Matty Laws, the cockaball #1 heel. Sure, whatever you want, buddy. See you all very soon. And once again, congratulations, Steve.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Here it is.